Good evening, everyone. Council just met in closed session. I will now look to the clerk to provide a report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Council met in closed session pursuant to Municipal Act exemptions to get an update on an ongoing litigation matter. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, I'll ask everyone to please stand for the national anthem. Okay, so we would like to begin the meeting by acknowledging the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and the Haudenosaunee peoples, acknowledging the One Bowl and Spoon Treaty. Are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest? Councilor McCullen? Yep. Thank you. All right, so please note that these meeting proceedings are being broadcast live, recorded and made available through the Township website and youtube.com. Our next meeting of council is Tuesday, July 28th, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. Are there any announcements or remarks from any members of council? Councilor Anderson, go ahead.
Thank you, through you, Mayor. I'm putting regrets to the next meeting. I can't be here. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so moving into the adoption of the previous council minutes, I have a motion that the minutes of the regular meeting of council held June 16th, 2026 be adopted as circulated. Can I have a mover and seconder? Councilor McClellan? Councilor Anderson, thank you. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Okay, moving into staff reports. So we have fire staff report FSR 5-2026 respecting the 2026 Fire and Emergency Services Fleet Capital Project Adjustment. Chief Alcott, can you please provide a brief overview of your report?
For sure. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of council. This report recommends the reallocation of the approved 2026 fire fleet replacement funding from the replacement of the mobile water supply apparatus to the 2014 fire command vehicle, which was also identified as a priority in the asset management plan. As directed by council, staff reviewed several options for the replacement of the water supply apparatus. Through this review, it was determined that these options would not provide an operationally suitable or cost-effective solution within the approved budget. By reallocating the approved funding to the replacement of the command vehicle, the township can address an overdue item from the asset management plan while building reserves for the replacement of the mobile water supply apparatus in the next budget. Any questions?
Thank you, Chief. So with that, I have a motion that the fire staff report FSR 5-2026 respecting the 2026 Fire and Emergency Services Fleet Capital Project Adjustment be received for information, and that council approve the reallocation of the approved funding for the project F3 Fire Fleet Replacement from the planned mobile water supply apparatus, the fire tanker, purchase to the replacement of the 2014 command vehicle for fire and emergency services, and that staff be authorized to proceed with the procurement of a replacement for the 2014 command vehicle in accordance with the township's procurement policy, including a waiver of the tender process to allow purchase from the identified vendor with the total amount not to exceed $135,000. Can I have a mover and seconder? Councilor Van Fleet? Councilor Anderson? Any discussion? Councilor McCullen, go ahead.
I still don't understand how we get to $135,000. I don't know what model truck we're buying, what class of bodies upgrades we're putting in for seating, air conditioning, all that, because I look at them, and they're $82,000. Where do we add the extra fit? That's with air, cruise, tilt, crew cab, the whole 9 yards. Where do we get another almost $50,000 in upgrades? Like, I've had farmers out here tell me, why are the fire guys driving a better truck than I do? I gotta ask the question, where's the money?
Chief?
Absolutely, through you, Mr. Mayor. So the base model of the truck itself, the quote I received was $76,000. The cap, the bed slide, the emergency equipment, which is the lights, sirens, all of the equipment, the reflective graphics that have to be placed on that vehicle, that's where the additional funds come in. That's a completely upfit, ready-to-roll fire vehicle.
For 50 grand.
Yes, sir.
Did you go to Star Lighting that sells them? They're right down on Montrose Road. They're a local Niagara company that puts it all together. I don't know where we're spending 50 grand, like, that's awful expensive in my work.
Okay. Okay, Counselor Gilmore.
Thank you, Mayor. Won't the cap from the existing truck fit on? If you buy another identical model, like, why don't we just use, if it's just a cap and the lights, we have all the other gear. I assume it's continually upgraded regardless of the year of the vehicle. But I don't disagree with my colleague that A, even if it's new, it's too much, and B, why aren't we reusing what we have?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, absolutely. So the cap, the vehicle we're replacing is 12 years old, so when we're looking at body styles, that cap is now 4 generations of truck older, so we can't reuse the cap because it just won't fit on that truck. The bed slide is again, when you look at all of this equipment, the truck is 12 years old. When we look at the useful service life of these vehicles, the equipment that's on the truck is also 12 years old. So when we replace the vehicle, we replace the equipment that goes with it because that's also at the end of its useful service life.
Counselor Van Fleet?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, I can confirm about the bed slide because we just tried doing that, switching from our older truck to our new truck, that they don't fit. I can let you know that. And I could personally see where all the money comes from. Have you guys ever driven in the truck? Either one of you? No way.
Driven what truck?
In the truck, in the fire truck.
Never been in it.
Okay, well, that would probably help.
Well, I just know what you're buying for. I don't know why there's so much equipment goes in.
For safety reasons, it has to be there.
You may continue.
I can, thank you. I would suggest, if you haven't ridden in it, that maybe you go for a ride in 1 or 2 of them, because there's a lot of stuff in there that we're not allowed to touch.
Counselor Anderson, go ahead.
Thank you, through you, Mayor. Is there anything on the 14 that we can pillage over to the new one, like the lighting or any sort of the call apparatus or computerizing or whatever?
Absolutely. So some of the items that we have purchased in the last couple of years, so the mobile data terminal, so that's the iPad that's in the truck that has our mapping and our CAD interlink, that can be transferred over. The radios that we purchased in 2019, that could be moved over. So those are the kinds of things that we will be reusing. But as for the actual equipment that's mounted and fixed on the vehicle, those are all the items that are at the end of their life.
If I might continue through you, Mayor. So things mounted on the vehicle, are you talking about emergency lights, like the flashing headlights and things like, is that what you're talking about, is mounted?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, yes, that's correct.
Okay. And I'll continue, thank you, Mayor. Do you have any idea what amount of money we would get for that truck when we sell it?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, I don't know at this point. I could look to the operations manager who's dealt with these the sales of trucks recently. He might be able to provide a better answer as to what the most recent sales have been.
Thank you.
Mr. Nan, you might be able to answer that. If not, it's okay.
Through your worship, to all members of council, like, it's going to be difficult to judge because I don't know what exactly is going with the truck, like existing lighting or anything. So you may get an additional fire out of town that wants to buy it or purchase it. But on average, I would say you could get anywhere between 6,000 to 10,000.
Councilor Van Fleet, go ahead.
Through you, Mr. Mayor, that seems a little low.
It's got 180,000 kilometers.
Through your worship, to Councilor Van Vliet, a lot of it's based on mileage, year, et cetera. People don't want to buy that too old, but depending on the condition of what it comes with as far as supplies, you might get a better price. But again, based on just without seeing the vehicle, because I'm not that familiar with the vehicle, it's hard to say.
Go ahead.
Through you, Mr. Mayor, I'm not sure if anybody, maybe you could answer this, Mel. If we were going to only get $6,000 to $10,000 at a sale, would we get a tax credit if we were to give it to another, like say an indigenous place that needs it up north? Or would it not be that big of a tax write-off?
So through the mayor, we don't actually pay taxes as a municipality, so, yeah. I mean, we could do that if we wanted to be charitable. However, there would be no financial benefit to us. It would be benefits in different ways.
Exactly.
Chief, just for everybody listening and paying attention at home, what is the engine package and kilometers on the existing truck that we're replacing?
When you say engine package, you're asking what the engine type is?
Yes.
It's a 5.3 liter V8, and the current mileage is 226,000 K.
Okay. So it's the 5.3, the dreaded 5.3 with AFM, I'm assuming. I've blown 3 of them up, so I'm fully aware of their issues that come with that particular model of truck. I'll ask this to Mr. Nam. Would there be any benefit, however, to repurpose the truck since it's not worth very much? Would there be a benefit to maybe put that truck back into use as a wreck truck or anything like that, for garbages in the summer and things like that?
Again, through your worship, not knowing much about the vehicle, we'd have to strip it, like the cab especially. And like without knowing the vehicle itself, I'm not sure if it'd be beneficial because we already have a vehicle that we just replaced there a year ago.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion? Councilor Anderson.
Thank you, through you, Mayor. So I would just ask my colleagues if anyone has anything else to say. Any other comments? I'd like to then propose that we take option 1, we replace the 2014, and that we hold the balance in lieu for a future budget for tankers, however the tanker ends up being, whatever it is. Thank you.
That is the current motion, Councilor.
Sorry, yes, that was a motion.
That is the current motion. So you can ask to call the question. If there's no further discussion, we can just call the question anyways. So I will call the question. All in favor? Oh, she's just asked for calling the question, but no, I just said if there is no discussion, then we will call the question. All right. So I will call the question once again. All in favor? Opposed? All right. And that is carried. Thank you. Okay. So moving on, we are going into review of correspondence. So we have one item of correspondence on the agenda for consideration this evening. It is correspondence item C170, respect for request for proclamation, Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Day and Month 2026. Does any member of council wish to make a motion? Would you like to? Or I'll do it.
Well, I'll make a motion to support it.
Okay. Can I have a seconder? Councilor McClellan, thank you. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, then I will call the question. All in favor? Opposed? All right, that is carried. All right, so with that, I'm going to move to bylaws. So I have a motion that bylaw number 27/2026 being a bylaw to amend bylaw number 20/2014 being a bylaw to establish a system for administrative penalties respecting the stopping, standing, and parking of vehicles be read and passed this 7th day of July 2026. Can I have a mover and seconder? Councilor McClellan? Counselor Anderson, thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none? Okay, I will call the question. All in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. Okay, are there any notices of motion this evening? Seeing none? Okay, with that then, I have a motion that council now move back into closed session to discuss item under section 239 2C of the Municipal Act 2001, a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board. One item, a potential acquisition of land matter. And then the second item will be the minutes of the closed meeting of council held May 5th, 2026 and May 26th, 2026. Can I have a mover and seconder? Councilor Gilmore, Councilor Anderson. Any discussion? Seeing none. With that, I will call the question. All in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. So we will now move to closed.